Hello everyone, my name is Andika Surapratama and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to talk about my career plan as an engineering graduate, where I want to go, what I want to do, and how I plan to get there. I hope by the end of this presentation you'll get a clear picture of who I am, what I've done so far, and where I'm heading. So let's get started.
Okay, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Andika Surapratama. I'm from Bekasi, West Java, and I'm currently studying D4 Mechatronic Engineering Technology at Polytechnic Industri Atmi Cikarang. Mechatronic is a combination of mechanical, electrical, and automation system. Basically, the science of making machines work smarter. Throughout my studies, I've been involved in many hands-on technical projects. I've programmed PLC, build IoT monitoring system, design mechanical parts using CAD software, and even work as a freelance CNC operator at a real manufacturing company. I'm passionate about industrial automation, embedded system, and anything that involves making machine and process more efficient and reliable. So, what do I want to do after I graduate? So, I want to work as an engineering maintenance operator at PT Bibron Medical Indonesia, a leading medical device company based in Cikampek, West Java. Why Bibron? Because Bibron has been operating in Indonesia over 30 years. They are committed to quality, safety, and healthcare. And in 2017, they even built a brand new pharmaceutical factory. That tells me this company is serious about growing in Indonesia and investing in its people. Now, let me show you the actual job vacancy. The position is engineering maintenance operator. Based at their Cikampek facility, the key responsibilities include daily monitoring of equipment and utility system, performing preventive and corrective maintenance, technical troubleshooting to minimize downtime, and making sure all maintenance activities follow health, safety, and environment, or HASE standard. The requirement asks for at least a vocational or diploma graduate in mechatronic, electrical, or a related field, which is exactly my background. Fresh graduates are welcome, and basic knowledge of computer, technical drawing, and HASE principle preferred. I choose this role because it directly matches my academic training and my hands-on experience in machine and automation system. Now, let me walk you through some of the most relevant experience and project I've done. First, at campus, I developed an automated conveyor system using dual Siemens S7 PLC. This project taught me how industrial automation works at machine level, from ladder logic programming to physical wiring and testing. Second, I built an IoT-based OEE monitoring system using an ESP microcontrollers and VS Code. OEE stands for Overall Equipment Effectiveness. It's key metric in manufacturing. This project gave me experience in both hardware integration and web-based data visualization. The third one is I programmed an industrial robot using Melva Basic 4. Working with a real industrial robot taught me precision, safety awareness, and the importance of following exact procedures. And outside of campus, I work as a CNC operator helper at PT Heiwa Surya Alifka, a real manufacturing company. There, I perform machine setup, configuring CNC parameter, and make sure finished part met quality standard. I also create a 2D technical drawing using AutoCAD. This experience, both at campus and in industry, have prepared me well for the real demands of maintenance role in manufacturing. Let me now talk about my strength, both hard skill and soft skill. In terms of hard skill, I'm proficient in PLC programming with Siemens S7, electrical wiring, diagram design, CAD design in 2D or 3D, industrial robotics, IoT, and embedded system. And I got CNC machining basic. For soft skill, I'm adaptive, a good team player, I manage my time well, and I'm always willing to learn something new. But let me give you a real example of how I use this strength in action using the STAR method. In our IoT monitoring project, just a few days before the final presentation, our ESP sensor started giving an inconsistent and unreliable data. The dashboard was showing wrong readings, which meant our entire system looked like it was failing. I was responsible for both the hardware and the software side of system. So solving this problem was on me. I stayed calm and test each other sensor one by one. I checked the wiring, the power supply, and the code. After careful analysis, I discovered the issue was poor grounding causing a signal noise. I redesigned the wiring layout and added a software level filter to average out the unstable value. The result is the system was stabilized and show an accurate, reliable data just in time for the presentation. My team was relieved and the project received a positive feedback. This experience confirmed what I believe is my biggest strength. I stay calm and think clearly under pressure. I don't panic, I troubleshoot. Now, let me be honest about my weakness. In the past, I was so much of a perfectionist. I would spend too much time trying to make everything perfect, even when a good enough was totally acceptable. This sometimes slow me down and affect my team. How did I handle it? So I started setting internal time limits for myself. I also learned to ask, does this need to be perfect or does it just need to work well? For critical tasks like calibration or wiring, yes, be precise. For documentation or design draft, move efficiently. This shift in mindset made me significantly more productive, and honestly, knowing when to be precise and when to be fast is a very important skill in a maintenance environment. Let me share a difficult situation I faced during my studies and how I handled it. During the development of our IoT-based OEE monitoring project, one of my teammates attempted to add a new feature to the system shortly before our presentation deadline. Unfortunately, the change he made broke the entire code base. The dashboard stopped functioning and the data pipeline collapsed, putting the whole project at risk. As the person most familiar with the overall system architecture, I took responsibility for restoring the code base as quickly as possible while keeping the team calm and focused on the deadline. I went through the code systematically, comparing the new change against the last stable version to identify what had broken. I traced the issue layer by layer, from the backend data parsing to the front-end display logic, and carefully revert or correct each problematic change. I also communicated with my teammate throughout the process so he understood what went wrong and could avoid the same mistake in future. The final is system was fully restored and performed correctly during the presentation. This experience reinforced for me the importance of staying methodical under pressure and not panicking when things go wrong. Skill that translate directly to a maintenance role where recovering from unexpected failures quickly and cleanly is part of the job. Let me now talk about a leadership experience I'm proud of. So during the practical exam in semester 4, one of the most difficult assessments in our program, I noticed that several of my classmates were beginning to give up on achieving a good grade. They felt material was too difficult and the pressure was too high. I want to make sure none of my friends fell behind just because they felt discouraged. I believe that if we work together and support each other, everyone could perform well, not just a few people. So, I took the initiative to invite my struggling classmates to study together at my home. I also reached out to friends who were stronger in certain topics and asked them to help teach the other because I believe learning from peers can be very effective. Throughout the process, I keep reminding everyone that if one person could do it, all of us could. I tried to keep morale high and make the atmosphere feel supportive rather than competitive. The results were quite satisfying. The friends who had nearly given up were able to perform significantly better in the exam. This experience showed me that leadership is not about being in a formal position. It is about caring enough to act bringing people together and making sure no one is left behind. That is the kind of leadership I aim to bring into any team I am part of. So where do I see myself in 5 years? Right now, I'm at the starting line. My plan is simple, absorb as much knowledge as possible, and climb the ladder one step at a time. I don't want to rush. I want to build a solid foundation at every level before moving to the next. In 5 years, I see myself growing into a senior maintenance technician, someone who can handle complex equipment issue, lead maintenance planning, and contribute meaningfully to the team. But beyond just my own growth, I also have a bigger purpose in mind. I want to use the knowledge and experience I gained in industry to help the junior who came after me so that when they enter the working world for the first time, they don't have to feel lost or overwhelmed the way many fresh graduates do. I know how challenging that transition can be, and I want to be someone who make it easier for others. I believe B. Brown is the right place to begin this journey because they clearly invest in employee development and the real career path to grow along. So, am I qualified for this dream? Honestly, I think I'm on the right path. I have the technical background, PLC programming, electrical system, CAD, IoT, and real manufacturing experience. I meet the educational requirement and I have the mindset of a maintenance professional, systematic, safety conscious, and always focus on solution. But I also know I am not there yet. I am a fresh graduate. There is so much more to learn about equipment, about process, about working in a real pharmaceutical factory environment. So, what will I do to make it happen? I will keep sharpening my technical skill through certification and self-study. I will seek internship or entry-level roles that give me exposure to real maintenance work. I will stay curious, stay humble, and never stop learning. And most importantly, I will show up every day ready to give my best. Because I believe that qualification open the door, but character, discipline, and continuous growth are what keep you in the room. To wrap things up, my name is Andika Surya Pratama. I am a mechatronic student from ATMI. My dream is to become a professional in industrial maintenance, specifically as engineering maintenance operator. I have the foundation, I have the drive, and I have a clear plan to get there. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this presentation gave you a clear picture of who I am and where I am going. I'll see you in the future, hopefully as a part of an amazing engineering team. Thank you.